Today we will start the next paper of 2022 October-November, that is 3-1. The first question is, sketch the graph of y is equals to 2x plus 1. In order to draw the graph of modulus function, you will put whatever the inside equal to 0, and then you will have x is equals to minus 1/2. Now draw x and y plane and mark this point. Let's say if it's 1, 2, -1, -2. So -1/2 will be here. So just draw a rough sketch of mod of 2x plus 1. So this will be the graph of y is equal to 2x plus 1. This is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this point, if you want to find this point, just put x is equal to 0. So you will have y is equal to 2 times 0 plus 1 mod. This will be 1. So it's mean that this value is 1. And this edge is actually -1/2, this edge. So this was a graph of y is equal to 2x plus 1 mod. The next question is solve the inequality 3x plus 5 less than 2x plus 1. Now we have studied some properties of log. The properties were, let mod of a is less than mod of b. Then you can take square on both sides and you will ignore the mods. But in this question, you don't have any mod on left side. So if you want to apply this property, at the end, you will have to check your answers as well, whether they are extraneous or will they be considered as a whole answer. So let's suppose if we take square on both sides, 3x plus 5 square less than 2x plus 1 whole square. Just open the square, this will become 9x square plus 25 plus 30x less than 4x square plus 1 plus 4x. Bring all the things on the left side. So this will become 9x square minus 4x square plus 30x minus 4x plus 25 minus 1 less than 0. So this will be 5x square plus 26x plus 24 less than 0. Now use quadratic formula or any method to find the two roots for these equations. So I'm using a direct technique, and 5, 26, 24. First value of x is -6/5 and second value of x is -4. Now we will check these points on the number line. So -4 will be here and -6/5 will be here. So we need to check these regions. This one, and this region. So if I check, first of all, the top right corner, for this, I will take x is equal to 0 and I will put in the question. Okay. So when we will put this 0 in the question, this will give us 2 times 0 plus 1 mod. So 5 less than 1. This is false. Okay. Now student made a mistake here. What they do is, if let's suppose the right corner is false, as they have studied in their AS exams while solving the quadratic inequality, that if this right one is false, then this will also be false. So eventually this will become true. But in modulus question, you cannot predict that formula here. You cannot predict that technique here. So I would suggest you to please find all the intervals one by one. So now if I check, let's say the top left corner, for this I will take x is equal to -5. Now put this in the question. So this will give you 3 times -5 plus 5 less than 2 times -5 plus 1. So -10 less than minus 9 mod. So minus 10 less than 9. So this is also true. So this is true. Okay. And now check the numbers between minus 4 till minus 6 or 5. So this will be x is equal to minus 3. Now put x is equal to minus 3. So 3 times minus 3 plus 5 less than 2 times minus 3 plus 1. So you can see that this will be negative 4 less than negative 5. So negative 4 less than 5. This is true because mod of minus 5 is 5. So this is also true. So it's mean that my final answer will be x less than minus 6 over 5 only. Okay. Moving to the next question. On a sketch of an Argand diagram, shade the region whose points representing complex number z satisfying the inequalities. If you look at the first inequality like z mod less or equals to 3, you will have to write here 0, and then you will have to write this 0 as 0 plus 0I less or equal to 3. So it means that radius is 3 and center is 0 comma 0. So this is the circle with center at 0 0 and radius is 3. Okay. Now we will draw the x and y axis. Take this point as 1, 2, 3, then minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Sir, pakha la lo na. Oh, sure. Thank you. Acha, now we will draw the circle. So this will be the circle with center 0 0 and radius is 3. Now, what is the meaning of this part? What is the meaning of real part of z is greater than or equal to minus 2? Now, real part of z is, if you write z will be written as x plus z iy. So real part of z will be just x. Okay. And similarly, imaginary part of z will be just y. So whenever there is written rez means real part of z, so you must know that this is just x. So it is just written as x greater than or equal to minus 2. So now it's a vertical line. Okay. Draw a vertical line on minus 2. And now the third region says that the third region is argument of pi by 4 less or equals to argument of z less or equals to pi. Okay. But we can consider in our mind that this is written as z minus 0 plus 0I. Okay. That will be less or equals to pi. So in this question, we have the origin 0 comma 0. So just stand on the origin. Okay. Stand here at O position like 0 and 0, and then draw a line which is greater than pi by 4 and less than pi. Okay, which covers all the area. So you can draw this line using D scale. So I'm just writing this will be a line which will bisect the first quadrant. So here we have the all angles greater than pi by 4. Okay, and the greatest angle is pi, so it means that this area will be covered for the argument of z less or equals to pi. Okay, but when we see that real part of z is greater than or equal to minus 2, so it means only this area will be covered on the right hand side. Okay, only right hand side will be covered. But when we will see that the circle says that real the circle says that z mod of z is less or equals to 3. So it means all the area inside radius 3 will be covered. So if we combine all the shaded things or all the shaded area, this will be something like this. Okay, please shade using some scale. Okay, so this area will be covered. So this is the combination of all shaded regions. Okay, this is the combination of all shaded regions. Moving to the next part, moving to the next question, that is question 3. Solve the equation. You can also mark points here, like this is real part of z, this is imaginary part of z. Okay, moving to the next question, that is question 3. Solve the equation 2 to the power 3x minus 1 is equals to 5 times 3 to the power negative x. Give your answer in the form of ln of a over ln of b. It means that you have to provide the answer in exact form. Okay, so what I will do first, I will take first of all ln on both sides. So if I take ln on both sides, this will become, so now apply the property of power of ln. So I can bring this 3x minus 1 at the back. And similarly, I can apply the property of product of two things. So this will become ln of 5 plus ln of 3 to the power minus x. Then apply 3x ln 2 minus ln 2 is equal to ln 5. Bring minus x at the back of ln. So this will be minus x times ln 3. Now combine all the terms involving x. So this will be 3x ln 2 minus, plus x ln 3 is equal to ln 5. Bring this ln 2 on the other side. So this will become ln 2. Right side will become ln of 10. Okay, as ln of 5 plus ln of 2 is ln of 5 times 2. And secondly, take x common. So this will be written as 3 times ln 2, or I can write it as ln of 2 whole 3. Okay, using the property of ln plus ln of 3. So this will be ln of 8 plus ln of 3 is equal to ln of 10. So this will be x times ln of 8 plus ln of 3 will be 8 times 3. Okay, 8 times 3 is equal to ln of 10. So this will be ln 24 is equal to ln 10. So value of x will be ln of 10 divided by ln of 24. Okay. Moving to the next part, question 4. Solve the equation tangent of x plus 45 is equal to 2 cot x in the interval 0 to 180. Now, here you can see the angle 45. Okay. Whenever there is an angle 45, 30, 60, or 90 in the cos of x plus, like in the question mark, if you have the angle 30, 45, 60, or 90, you just open the formula. Okay. But other than these angles, you cannot open the formula. Okay. This will not work in those type of questions. So right now we will open this. So this will become tangent of x plus tangent of 45 divided by 1 minus tangent of x times tangent of 45 is equal to 2. Cot of x is actually 1 over tan x. So this will become 2 over tan x. Now, tangent of 45 is simply 1. So I can write it as tangent of x plus 1 divided by 1 minus tangent of x, because tangent of 45 is just 1. Okay. So is equal to 2 tangent of x. Now cross multiply. This will become tan square x plus tan x. is equal to 2 minus 2 tangent of x. I just cross multiplied tangent x on the other side and this 1 minus 2x with 2. Okay. So tangent square x plus 3 tan x minus 2 is equal to 0. Now you can see that this is a quadratic equation in tangent. So just solve this using the quadratic formula. You will have two values of tangent. The first value is 0.5616 and the other value is minus 3.5616. Now draw two diagrams. In first, tangent is positive, so tangent is positive in first and third. In the second, tangent is negative and tangent is negative in second and fourth quadrant. For first one, the basic angle will be tangent inverse of 0.5616. So this will be shift tangent 0.5616. So this will become 29.3 degree. And for the second case, let me first finish the first case. So these are the two possible angles, okay? These are the two possible angles, but only first will be considered as my answer because the second will be x is equal to 180 plus basic angle, and that is not included in the solution because our domain is 0 to 180 degree and this is bigger than 180. So just ignore it, or we will ignore it at the end. Moving to the next part or next case, the basic angle will be tangent inverse of 3.5616. So shift tangent inverse of 3.5616, 74.3. So basic angle will be 74.3 degree. Now we need these two angles. This one and definitely this one is out of range. So we will find the first only. X will be 180 degree minus basic angle. So 180 minus 74.31. This will be 105.7 minus 74.3. 105.7 degree. So these are the two only answers. So we write x is equal to 29.3 degree and x is equal to 105.7 degree only. Okay. So all other answers will be ignored. Now the question 5 says the complex number u and w are defined by both the numbers u and w are in the modulus argument form, or you can say this form as the exponential form. Okay. Find u square over w, giving your answer in the form of r ei theta, where r and theta lies in these two brackets. So give the exact values of r and theta. If you take square of u, so 2 times e pi I over 4, then a whole square on it. So this will become 4 into e 2 pi I over 4. So at the end, this will become e pi I divided by 2. Okay. Similarly, w is 3e pi I divided by 3. Now u square over w is equal to 4e I pi divided by 2 divided by w is 3e pi I divided by 3. Now I can write it as 4 over 3 with bring the denominator in the numerator with negative sign. So this will be minus pi I divided by 3. So if the bases are same, just add the powers. So you will get pi by 2 minus pi by 3. Take I common. So pi by 2 minus pi by 3 will be pi by 6. So this is the u square over w in the form of r e I theta. So our r is 4 over 3 and our theta is pi over 6. Okay. Moving to the next part. This is a very interesting question. State the least positive integer n such that imaginary part of w to the power n is 0, but real part of wn will be greater than 0. So target any one of the thing. So w was 3 times e I pi divided by 3. Just take power n on both sides. So this will be 3 to the power n e I pi n divided by 3. Okay. Now use the formula for like e I theta can be written as cos theta plus I sine theta. So it means that I can write this expression as cos n pi by 3 plus I sine n pi by 3. Okay. Now, real part of wn is, let me first write the imaginary part. Imaginary part of wn will be 3 to the power n times sine of n pi by 3. Now, as he is saying that, as the condition is imaginary part will be 0. So now look at this expression, and we know it very well that sine of theta, if sine of theta is 0, then theta will be 0. If you just consider the graph of sine in your mind, or theta can be pi, or theta can be 2 pi, or theta can be 3 pi, all multiples of pi, sine on that angles will be 0 along with 0. Like sine 0 is 0 and sine all pi is also 0. So it means that what will be the value of n here? So let's suppose if I start from, but make sure that that value of n will be positive. So we cannot start with 0, okay? So the smallest value which I can put here in n to cancel out with 3, that would be n is equal to 3. So if I put n is equal to 3 here, I can cancel 3 with 3. This will become just pi. So my target will be achieved. So n can be 3. Further, what can be the next value of n? N can be 6 because this can be 6 pi over 3. That will become 2 pi and sine 2 pi is 0. Further, you can write it as this and 12 and so on. Now, let's come back to a real part of w to the power n. And the real part of w to the power n is 3 to the power n cos n pi by 3. Now, real part should be greater than 0 as he is asking in the question. So let's think about this identity or this part, because 3 to the power n is always positive. So it's nothing to do with this. So all we need to concentrate is cos n pi by 3. Before this, we should know that cos pi will be negative 1, cos 3 pi will be negative 1, cos 5 pi will be negative 1, and similarly, cos 2 pi will be 1, cos 4 pi will be 1, cos 6 pi will be 1. So if you look at these 6 values, you can imagine or you can make your concept stronger that whenever there is a even number with pi, the cos of that angle will be 1. And whenever there is an odd number with pi, the cos of that angle will be -1. So to make it negative, n can be 3 because 3 with 3 cancel out and cos pi is -1. Next, to make it negative, n can be next value will be, yes, 9. Okay. Now, what will be the smallest value which you can see which lie in both cases? Now, the value of n is equal to 3 falls in both the cases. So our answer will be n is equal to 3. Okay. Now we choose n is equal to 3, but n is not is equal to 3 because we need the real part positive. But if you put n is equal to 3 here, 3 will cancel out with 3 and cos pi will gives you -1. So we need the real part positive. So I was thinking that real part is negative. Anyway, so to make real part positive, what will be the next value? The next value will be for n is equal to 6. Like if you put n is equal to 6 here in cos, the cos will become 6 pi divided by 3. So this will become cos 2 pi. That is just 1. So we need actually that. So what will be the common value of n in both the cases? The common value of n will be n is equal to 6. This will not considered, okay? N is equal to 3. As the starting value is n is equal to 6 for the real part to be positive. So the starting value is 6 in second case, and the starting value of n is 3 in the first case, but common values are n is equal to 6. So finally, n will be 6. Moving to the next part, the next question is question 6. Prove the identity cos 4 theta plus 4 cos 2 theta plus 3 is equals to 8 times cos to the power 4 theta. Now, we have learned the double angle identities that cos 2 theta have 3 formulas. The first formula is cos square theta minus sine square theta. The second is 1 minus 2 sine square theta. And third is 2 cos square theta minus 1. Now there is a relation between the angles only, okay? You can see that left hand side is 2 theta and right hand side is theta, okay? So we can make a relation from these equations that if there is an angle, any angle on the left side, the right side will be the half of that angle, okay? So let me ask you that if I write just cos 4 theta on left side, the right side have 3 formulas, and in all the 3 formulas, but instead of theta, now this time we will write 2 theta because 2 theta is actually the half of 4 theta. So I am only interested in the third formula because we need the answer only in cos, so we don't need sine at all, okay? So the third formula will be of the form cos square, but in theta you will write 2 theta minus 1. So I'm using this formula here. In our left hand side, 2 cos square 2 theta minus 1 plus 4. Now what is originally cos 2 theta? Cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1 plus 3. Again, 2. Now again I can put here, we can put cos 2 theta. Formula for cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1. But you can see that here is square as well. So put square as a whole. So this will be minus 1 plus 8 cos square theta minus 4 plus 3. So Just open the square. This will be 4 cos 4 theta. A square plus b square minus 2ab. Minus 4 plus 3 is just minus 1. Now multiply 2 with the inside. This will be 8 cos 4 theta plus 2 minus 8 cot square theta minus 1 plus 8 cot square theta minus 1. So you can see that this will be cancelled out, and this with 2 will also be cancelled out with minus 2. So final answer will be 8 cos 4 theta, and that was our right hand side. Okay, the next part B, is solve the equation cos 4 theta plus 4 cos 2 theta is equals to 4. Many times in trigonometric equations, the first part will be like he will ask you that show some identity, and then he will require to use the previous part in the next part to solve some equation, okay, which actually depends upon this equation. So let me copy this equation here. This was part A, okay. This was part A. Now, what we can do is, if you see here that cos 4 theta plus 4 cos 2 theta is repeated, it's also here. So just find from the previous part the value for this part. Like cos 4 theta plus 4 cos 2 theta can be written as 8 cos 4 theta minus 3. Just 3, bring 3 on the other side. So it means that in our B part, I can write in this, at this place, we can write 8 cos to the power 4 theta minus 3. Okay, I can use the previous part in the part B. So what can I do is 8 cos 4 theta minus 3 is equal to 4. So 8 cos 4 theta is equal to 7. So cos 4 theta is equal to 7 over 8. Now, there are many techniques to solve quadratic equation having degree 4. The easiest way is just take square root on both sides and put plus minus with this. Okay. Next, you can see that cos square can never be negative. So if you split both, you will get this, but this is not possible because square of anything can never be 0, can never be negative. So what we have only is cos square theta is 7 over 8. So if you find this value in the decimal, 7 divided by 8, so this will be 0.935414. Now take square root on both sides with plus minus. So square root of answer, you will get 0.9672. Okay. Now discuss the two cases. Cos theta is positive 0.9672, and the second case is cos theta is negative. Now cos theta is positive in first and fourth quadrant, and cos is negative in second and third quadrant. Now the basic angle will be shift cos 0.9672. So this will be 14.7 degree, and my domain is actually 0 to 180. So this is the only answer. So theta will be 14.7 degree. This is the first angle. Now For second one, again basic angle will be the same because values are the same. Basic angle is 14.7 degree, but this time our answer will be this. So theta will be 180 degree minus basic angle. So this will give you 165.3 degree. So finally, theta will be 14.7 and theta will be 165.3 degree only. Next question is question 7. The equation of a curve y is equal to x over cos square x. At the point where x is equal to a, the tangent to the curve has gradient equal to 12. Show that a is equal to cos inverse of this expression. So you need to take the derivative of y. So apply the quotient rule. To apply the quotient rule, you just need to take the square of the denominator. The square of cos square x will be cos to the power 4x, and then write the denominator in the numerator as it is and take derivative of numerator. Then minus numerator as it is, the derivative of cos square x. Okay. Now apply the derivative. Cos square x, the derivative of x is 1, so leave it. So minus x, the derivative of cos square is 2 cos x with minus sine x, because the derivative of cos x is minus sine. So I will write it. Now take cos x common. So inside will be cos x minus plus 2 times x sine of x whole divided by cos 4x. So this will become cos x plus 2x sine x whole divided by cos of cube x. So this was my gradient dy by dx. So now as he was saying that gradient is equals to 2 when x is equal to a. So replace x with a and gradient with 12. Now apply reverse engineering on the answer. These type of questions you can apply the reverse engineering on the answer. Okay. So let's suppose if there is cos inverse, bring cos inverse on the other side. So you will have cos a is equal to third root of cos a plus 2a sine a over 12 with third root. So next possible answer will be, next possible step will be, just take the cube on both sides. So this will be cos a plus 2a sine a divided by 12. So from this, you can imagine that our cos cube a is our subject. So now make cos cube a as your subject over 12. Now take the cube root on both sides. Now take the inverse, cos inverse cos a plus 2 sine a over 12 power 1 over 2 as required. Okay. Now you can erase these steps. Next part is verify by calculation that a lies between 0.9 and 1. Now make a new function. The new function can be g is equals to a. Convert all the things on the right side or on the left side. So a minus cos inverse of cos a plus 2a sine a whole divided by 12 with cube root. Okay. Now put 0.9 in a and then 1 in A to check just the signs. So I'm using the calculator, but shift the calculator on radians. So 0.9 minus shift cos inverse, then bracket fraction cos of 0.9 bracket close plus 2 times 0.9 sine of 0.9 bracket close, and then 12, then again bracket close, then apply the power 1 over 3. Please put this value in the calculator carefully. Now again you will have to put a close bracket because this bracket is for cos inverse of the angle. Okay, press equals to, you will get negative 0.084, and now you will replace 0.9 with 1. Please do it carefully. So I am replacing 0.9 with 1. Press equal. You will have 0.035. So first one was negative, and second one is positive. As the signs are changing, as signs are changing, this implies that A lies between 0.9 and 1. The next part is for the iteration. Now we have to set the iteration in the previous part, in A part. So if we set the iteration, this will be an plus 1 is equal to cos inverse of cos an plus 2an sine an divided by 12 with power 1 by 3. This whole is in the angle of cos inverse. Okay. Now starting point can be chosen. Now the starting point can be A naught. The previous values of A was, the previous value for A was 0.9 plus 1 divided by 2, and that can be 1.9. So 1.9 can be written as 0.95. 1.9 divided by 2. So this can be the starting point. Now put n is equal to 0. This will become cos of A naught plus 2A naught sine of A naught divided by 12 with power 1 over 3. And this whole thing is in the angle of cos inverse. Now we will put in the calculator. So shift cos inverse, bracket fraction cos 0.95 plus 2 times 0.95 sine of 0.95 divided by 12 bracket close whole power 1 divided by 3, and then bracket close, press equals to, you will get 0.9743. 9743. Then the second iteration is, we need to give the answers up to 4 decimal places for every iteration. So now replace 0.95 with the answer. Now replace 0.95 with the answer. Press equal. This will gives you a 0.9694. Press again equal. This time A4 will be 0.9704. One more time equal 0.9701. So up to 2 decimal places, you can see that 0.97 is repeated. So a approximate value of A or the approximate root is 0.97. Approximate, okay? Moving to the next question. In a certain chemical reaction, the amount X grams of a substance is increasing. The differential equation satisfied by X and T, the time in seconds since the reaction began is dx over dt is equals to kx e to the power negative 0.1 t. Where k is a constant, it is given that x is equal to 20 at the start of the reaction. What is the meaning of this line? X is equal to 20 at the start of the reaction. So we should know the relation between x and t, the time. The start of the reaction means t is equals to 0 when x was 20, okay? Solve the differential equation, obtaining a relation between x, t, and k. So, first of all, write dx over dt is equal to kx e minus 0.1 t into dt. Bring x also on the left side. Now integrate both sides. Left side will become ln of x and right side will become negative 0.1 t divided by negative 0.1 plus constant of integration. So if you write 1 over 0.1 k e to the power negative 0.1 t plus constant of integration. So if you check 1 over 0 point can be written as 10. You can use the calculator. So we can write ln of x is equals to minus 10 k e to the power minus 0.1 t plus constant of integration. Now, if t is equal to 0, then x is 20. Apply this condition. So this will be ln of 20 is equal to minus 10 k e to the power 0 plus c. So this can be written as ln 20 is equals to minus 10 k plus c. So ln 20 plus 10k is equal to c. So this is the value of c. It also involves k in it. Okay. Now put the value of c above. So I will get ln of x is equals to minus 10k e to the power minus 0.1 t plus ln 20 plus 10k. This is the value for c. So simplify it. Bring the ln 20 on the left side. So this will become ln x over 20. Using the property of ln is equals to 10k first and then minus 10k e to the power minus 0.1 t. I can take 10k common. So inside will be 1 minus 0.1 Now, if I take exponential on both sides, so left side will be x over 20 with e to the power 10k into 1 minus e to the power negative 0.1 t. Okay. Now x is equal to 20 exp exponential of 10k into 1 minus e to the power minus 0.1 t bracket close. Okay. So this is the expression for x in terms of k and t. Now, the second part B is given that x is equal to 40 when t is equal to 10. Find the value of k and find the value approached by x as t becomes very large. Okay. Copy this answer first. Now put 40 in place of x. So 40 is equals to 20 exponential of 10k into 1 minus t is 10. So 1 minus e to the power negative 0.1 times 10. So this will be 1. If you use a calculator, 0.1 times 10 is just 1. So 20 will be cancelled out. So 2 is equal to exponential of 10k into 1 minus e to the power minus 1. So if for the simplicity, I can write it again as e to the power 10k into 1 minus e to the power minus 1. So just take ln on both sides. So ln of e to the power 10k into 1 minus e to the power minus 1. Bring the powers at the back and write ln of e, and ln of e is 1. Okay, ln of e will be 1. So this will become ln of 2 is equal to 10k into 1 minus 1 over e. So I can write it as 10k. I can take the LCM. So make k as your subject. So this will be e times ln 2 whole divided by 10 times e minus 1 is equals to k. So this is the value for constant k. Okay. You can use the calculator for decimal places. Decimal form will be e ln of 2 10 times e minus 1 bracket close equals to, so k will be 0.1096. Now this is the value for k, and the question was find the value approached by x as t becomes large. T becomes large means t is infinity. Okay, so now again copy this expression and now put t is equal to infinity here. As if you put t is equal to infinity in this part, e to the power minus 0.1 times infinity will become minus infinity, and e to the power minus infinity will be e to the power minus infinity will be 1 over e to the power infinity, and 1 over e to the power infinity is again a big number. So 1 over infinity is 0. Okay, but you just need to remember, you will have to remember that e to the power minus infinity is 0 and e to the power infinity is infinity, especially for the differential equation chapter. Okay, so x will be 20 e to the power, exp stands for e, 10k 1 minus, now e to the power minus infinity is 0. So you will have just 20 e to the power 10k. Now x is equal to 20 e 10 times k was 0.1096. So just put this value in the calculator. 20 e to the power 10 times 0.1096 press equal. You will have 59.84. So x is equal to 59.8 degree. Okay. The next part is question 9. The diagram shows part of the curve y is equal to 3 minus x times e to the power minus x by 2 and its maximum point at m. Find the exact coordinates of m. For the exact coordinates of m, find the exact coordinate of m. So for minimum, maximum points, stationary points, we will use the derivative technique. So take derivative using product rule. So 3 minus x as it is, and derivative of e to the power minus 3x will be minus 1 by 3x with derivative of power, which is minus 1 by 3, plus e minus x over 3 as it is, and derivative of 3 minus x is minus 1. Now take e minus x over 3 common. So inside will be 3 minus x divided by 3 plus minus 1 equal to 0. So as you all know that exponential can never be 0. So this means that this bracket will be 0. So I can write 3 minus x is equals to 1 over 3. Then 3 minus x will be 3 minus 3 plus x is equal to 3. So x will be 6. So this is the exact coordinate of m. Find the area of the shaded region bounded by the curve and the axis, giving your answer in terms of E. So for the area, you will integrate this curve from 0 to this point. Now this point can be found using by putting this curve equal to 0. Okay. So first we will put y is equal to 0 to find the next point. That was 3 minus x e to the power minus x over 3 equal to 0. Exponential can never be 0, so it's mean 3 minus x is 0, so it means x is equal to 3. Now area will be 0 to 3, 3 minus x e to the power minus x over 3 dx. Now integrated using the by parts integration. First of all, we will do without limits. So 3 minus x will be taken in the derivative. Then integral of minus x over 3 dx minus derivative of 3 minus x is minus 1. And then integral of minus x over 3 dx and then again dx. So 3 minus x integral of this will be minus 1 over 3. Then minus minus will become plus. And the integration of this part will be this. Now I can write this minus 1 over 3 as minus 3 times 3 minus x e to the power minus x over 3 minus 3 integral of minus x over 3. Now again using the integration, this will become e with power minus x over 3 over minus 1 over 3. So minus 3 times 3 minus x, e with power minus x over 3 plus 9 e to the power minus x over 3. Now apply the limits 0 to 3 f of x dx. Now first put the above upper limit. If you put 3 in this whole expression, the first expression will be 0 because of 3 minus x. Okay, if you put x is equal to 3, so 0 plus 9 minus 3 over 3 will be e to the power minus 1. This is the upper limit 3 and then minus lower limit. Lower limit will be minus 3 with 3 minus 0 e to the power 0 plus 9 e to the power 0, which is 1. So this can be written as 9 over e minus 9 plus 9. Okay, because this is just 0, so 3 minus 0 is 3. 3 and e to the power 0 is 1. So all we left with minus 3 times 3, that is minus 9 plus 9. Okay, so these two values will be cancelled out. So final answer will be 9 over e. Moving to the last question, question 10. Let f of x is equal to 2x squared plus 7x plus 8 divided by 1 plus x into 2 plus x whole square. Express f of x in partial fraction. So now this is the case number 2. Right, first of all, a over 1 plus x plus b over 2 plus x plus c over 2 plus x whole square. Now take the LCM, 1 plus x and the second power of 2 plus x. Then 2 plus x whole square will come with a, and one of the factor will come with b, and then 1 plus x, and with c only 1 plus x will be written. So I can cancel these two things. Finally, we will have 2x squared plus 7x plus 8 is equals to a times 2 plus x whole square plus b times 2 plus x into 1 plus x plus c times 1 plus x. Put x is equals to minus 1. So left side will be 2 minus 7 plus 8, and right side will become a into 2 minus 1 square. And further, these two factors will be 0 because of x equal to minus 1. These two factors are 0. So this whole thing will become 0. So left side will be, right side will be just a, and this will be 9. So, sorry, the left side is a, and left side is 3, and right side is just a. The value of a is 3. Next, put x is equals to minus 2. This will become 8 minus 14 plus 8 is equals to, for minus 2, these two factors will be 0 because it have x plus 2. Okay, so 0 plus 0 plus c into 1 minus 2. Okay, so left side will be 2 and right side will become minus c. So the value for c is minus 2. For b, we will compare the coefficients. Okay, 2x squared plus 7x plus 8, because we cannot put 2 plus x whole square equal to 0. Okay, we will put only linear factors equals to 0. So a into a square plus b square plus 2ab plus b times 2 plus 2x plus x square plus c into 1 plus x. So we can write it as 4 plus x square plus 4x plus b times 2 plus 3x plus x square plus 3 times 1 plus x, 2x square plus 7x plus 8. If you compare the coefficients of x square, left side is 2 and right side is a plus b plus c, no, just a plus b is equals to 2. And 2 is equals to, a was 3 plus b, so it's mean b is equals to minus 1. So put these values in the function. A over x plus 1 means 3 over 1 plus x. Next, put b over 2 plus x, so minus 1 over 2 plus x. Now plus c over x plus 2 whole square. So c was minus 2, so minus 2 over 2 plus x whole square. This was the partial fraction. Hence, obtain the expansion of f of x in ascending powers of x up to and including the terms in x square. To solve this, we need to copy this. So the expansion, the binomial expansion was 1 plus x to the power n is equals to 1 plus nx plus n into n minus 1 over 2 factorial x square plus n into n minus 1 into n minus 2 divided by 3 factorial x cube plus so on. Now we are going to apply above formula. So this can be written as 3 times 1 plus x with power minus 1 and minus, this can be written as 2 plus x with power minus 1 and 2 plus x with power minus 2. Now we need 1 at first space, okay? Because in above formula, you will find 1 on first space. So you will take this 2 common. So outside will become 2 with power minus 1, okay? 2 will come with power minus 1. So this will become 1 plus x over 2 with power minus 1 minus 2 into. If you take 2 commons from inside, so outside will be 2 with power minus 2, 1 plus x over 2. So 3 times 1 plus x power minus 1 minus 1 over 2, 1 plus x over 2 with power minus 1 minus 2 over 2 square into 1 plus x over 2 with power minus 2. Now open the formula. To open it, this will be 1 plus n x plus n into n minus 1 over 2 factorial x square. We just need up to x square, okay? Next, minus 1 over 2, 1 plus n into x plus n into n minus 1 over 2 factorial into x square. X over 2 whole square will become x square over 4. And close the bracket. Then finally, 1 over 2 times 1 plus n x plus n into n minus 1 over 2 factorial into x square over 4. So the next step will be 3, 1 minus x plus x square minus 1 over 2. Next bracket will be 1 minus x over 2. Okay. If you see this is minus 1, that will be minus 2. 2 will be cancelled out with 2. Minus 2 times minus 1 is just plus 1. So minus 2. Minus 2 times minus 1 is minus 2. Minus 2 over 2 is just 2. So I know that you can solve it directly. So This will be x square over 4, bracket close, minus 1 over 2. Okay, see this. 1, 2 will be cancelled out with this 2. So 1 minus x next. This is minus 3, this is minus 2. This 2 will be cancelled out here. So minus 3 with minus 1 will be just 3. Okay. So finally answer will be plus 3x square over 4. Now use the calculator. The calculator, first of all, calculate the constant values. 3 minus 1 over 2. This is 3. This is minus 1 over 2. And the last value is minus 1 over 2. Okay. Minus 1 over 2. So 2. Then calculate the variable x. So 3 times minus x is minus 3. So minus 3. Minus 1 over 2 times minus 1 over 2. This will be plus 1 over 4. And minus 1 over 2 times minus 1 is plus 1 by 2. So the answer is minus 9 over 4x. Finally, the x square value, 3. Minus 1 over 8. The last value is minus 1 over 2 times 3 by 4. So minus 3 over 8. So the last value is 5 over 2x squared. So this is the final answer for the binomial expansion. The question, okay, it has one more question, 11. You can see that in the diagram, OABCD is a solid figure in which OA is equal to OB is equal to 4 units. So this is 4 units and OD is equal to 3 units. And OD is equal to 3 units. The edge OD in vertical is vertical. DC is parallel to OB. So it's mean this side is parallel to DC. Okay. And DC is equal to 1 unit. So this DC is 1 unit. The base OAB is horizontal and edge AOB is 90 degree. Unit vectors I, J, and K are parallel to OA, OB, and OD respectively. The midpoint of AB is M. And the point N on BC is such that Cn is 2 times of NB. So it's means that here we have ratio 2, ratio 1. Okay, Cn is 2 and NB is 1. Express MD and ON in terms of I, J, and K. As we have studied a ratio formula, let me tell you. Let's suppose if you have this line A, and this point is B, and this point, let's say, is C, and these all points are connected to some specific point. Let's say in this case that point is O. Okay, and the distance from A to B is, let's say, it's M, and from B to C is N. Now the formula for middle point, that is B. Okay, always apply the formula on the middle point B. Okay, the formula for middle point OB, the position vector of OB will be is equals to, look at this formula please, M, the ratio M times opposite vector. If you are taking this M, you will take this OC. So OC plus, if you are taking ratio N, then you will take the second variable. Okay, so M time OC plus N time OA divided by sum of ratios. Okay, this formula will help you a lot of questions. So in this time, if you want to find MD, first find OM, okay? OM. Now, here you have the diagram O, A, O to A, then A, M, B are on the same lines and all are connected to a single point O. So now OA is given. Let us write here OA. OA is simply the distance from O to A is 4 and direction is I. So O is 4I and OB is again 4J and OD we can also write 3K. Okay. And also DC can be written as just J1J. Okay. We can use these values in next parts. So let us come back to OM. Okay. Now OM can be, we can divide this A to M and M to B can be written as 1:1 or 2:2. If the ratios are same, you can write any number, or even you can write N. You can write N at both spaces. Okay. So let us write just 1. Now, in order to find OM, you will take the one, any one. Let's suppose you take this one. Then you will take the other value, the other vector opposite to it. So you will take OA plus 1. The other variable is OB divided by sum of ratio. That is 1 plus 1. So 1/2. OA was 4I plus OB was 4J. So divide 2I plus 2J. This was your OM. Whenever there is a point M, which is at the middle point of AB, do not confuse yourself with this formula. This formula mostly helps, like if I will find ON using OC and OB, this formula will help a lot in this case. But when there is M, which is on the midpoint of A and B, so you can just like add both OB and OA and then it divided it by 2. So you will get the same answer. Okay. The next is, this was OM. So the MD will be OD minus OM. Okay. OD was 3K minus OM was 2I minus 2J. So this can be written as minus 2I minus 2J plus 3K. So this was your MD. Now ON can be written as to find ON, look at this. To find ON, as C and B lies on a single line, okay, we will apply this formula. But we don't have OC as well. So first of all, find OC. OC is very easy. To reach from O to C is the best way is from O to D, that is 3K, then plus DC, which was just J. So OC can be written as 3K plus 1J or just J. So this is your OC. Now we will apply this formula here. This is your OC, this is your ON, this is your OB, and here we have the ratio 2:1. So the formula for ON will be, always apply the formula on the middle point, that is N. ON will be first ratio 2, then you will take the position vector of the second point, second end, which is OB, plus 1:1, and then take the position vector of the other point, other end, that was C. So OC divided by sum of ratios, which is 2 plus 1, that is 3. So 2 times OB was 4J. So 2 times of 4J is 8J plus OC was J plus 3K. divided by 3. So this will be 9j plus 3k divided by 3. So this is simply 3j plus k. So ON is 3j plus k. Okay, but write this formula for the next questions. Calculate the angle in degrees between the directions of MD and ON. So MD is equals to minus 2i minus 2j plus 3k in from previous part. Minus 2i minus 2j plus 3k. ON is 3j plus k. To find the angle between these two vectors, so just draw a rough diagram that you need to find this angle, okay? So use the scalar product MD dot ON is equal to magnitude of MD into magnitude of ON into cos of angle between those two vectors. So MD dot ON is 0 because there is no I component in the ON. So minus 2 times 3. This will be minus 6, and then 3 times 1, the coefficient of k, 3 times 1 is just 3, is equal to the magnitude of MD, that is 4 plus 4 plus 9. The magnitude of ON, that is 9 plus 1, then cos of theta. This will be minus 3 divided by square root 17 into 10 is equal to cos theta. So minus 3 over 170 is equal to cos theta. So just take inverse, shift cos inverse, also change the angle, shift cos inverse minus 3 divided by square root 170 equals to, so theta will be 103.3 degree. The C part is show that the length of perpendicular from M to ON is 22 by 5. So actually in diagram, the perpendicular from M to ON is this line, okay? So the position vector for this point, okay, will be, let's say that this is ON, this is O, this is N, and here we have the M. When you will draw the perpendicular from M to ON, this position vector, what it will be? Any point lies on some line, the position vector for that point will be represented by the equation. What do I mean? First of all, find the equation for this line ON. It's very simple to find the equation for some line. This is very, very simple. Choose any point. So I will choose my O, which is 0, 0, 0 plus mu times the directional vector, which is parallel to ON, that is ON itself. So ON was 3j plus k. So it means 0, 3, 1. So it means the line is 0, 3, 1 with mu. This is the equation for the line ON. Okay. Now, if you want to write the formula for OP, the point P is actually ON, at which the perpendicular is drawn from M. The position vector for that point is actually your line itself. Okay, so OP will be 0, 3 mu, mu. This is your position vector for the point OP. Okay, next, if you find MP can be written as OP minus OM. Okay, now OP is 0, 3 mu, mu minus OM is yes, you can see here OM is 2I 2J, so it means OM is 2 2 0. So if you subtract it, this will give you minus 2. This will give you minus 2, 3 mu minus 2, and just mu. Now the vector MP, the vector MP is perpendicular to ON. Okay, so it's mean the dot product or the scalar product of, it means that dot product of MP with the directional vector of that line, which is ON, will be 0. Okay, will be 0. So this can be written here. So MP is minus 2, 3 mu minus 2 mu dot ON is ON is 3J plus K. So it's mean 0, 3, and 1. This is equal to 0. Just apply the scalar product. 0 plus 9 mu minus 6 plus mu equal to 0. Okay. So you will have 10 mu is equal to 6. So mu is equal to 3 by 5. This is the value for mu. So now the result is show that the length of perpendicular from M to ON. Actually, you will find this length. Okay, means the length of MP. Now the MP is equals to minus 2, 3 times, like mu is 3 by 5, so this will become 9 over 5 minus 2, and mu, this will be just 3 over 5, so this will become minus 2 minus 1 over 5, and then 3 by 5. Just take the magnitude for this. This will give you the length 4 plus 1 over 25 plus 9 over 25. So square root 4 plus 1 over 25 plus 9 over 25. This is 110 over square root 5. 110 over 5. If you press the in decimals, this is 2.09. 2.097, I think so. 2.0976. This is the length, 2.0976. But if you see the answer that he was saying, the length should be 22 over 5 square root. So if you put this value, either 22 over 5, press equal and then press decimal, this is also 2.096, 0976. So it doesn't matter. So you can write it equals to the required form 22 by 5. Okay. So this is the end of paper 3-1, October, November 2022.